Hi everyone, welcome to the second chit chat session of the Welfare Task Force. My name is 𝗲𝗲 and I'll be your host for today.
Hi, I'm Effie.
Hello, I'm Elfi, the sharer today.
I would first like to take this time to give you a short introduction about the Welfare Task Force. We are basically a student-led organization, primarily focused on student welfare, their mental health and well-being. We also compile information or contact details for students who may be traveling back to Malaysia or now going back to their respective universities in various countries. Apart from this, we have also developed the buddy system, which is focused on helping students through self-isolation and loneliness. Please do check out our Instagram and Facebook. Details will be after the chit chat session. So now a little bit about this chit chat session. Basically, we are inviting various Malaysian students to talk about their experiences traveling back to Malaysia or living abroad during this time, or to debunk some myths that some people may have. Today, we have Elfi to talk with us about her experience on the recent situation, as well as living the new norm in Ireland. Hi, Elfi. Thank you for joining us today. Please
No
introduce
problem.
yourself.
Okay, my name is Elfi. I'm from Malaysia, Selangor, Klang. And I'm currently first year in LIT right now. And I'm currently still in Limerick, obviously. Look at the sunlight.
Okay. If you have any questions for Elfi during the chit chat session, feel free to pop them in the comment section down below. So, our first question for you is, you're currently staying in Ireland. So could you tell us like what the current situation is like in Limerick in terms of like social distancing measures or like other policies?
Okay, I'll go in with the cases now in Ireland. The confirmed cases is like 25,000 to 26,000. And like majority got recovered is like 23,000. So there's no new death until now. So I say it's pretty okay. And majority of the cases is in Dublin apparently. And for where I am, I'm currently in Limerick. It's only have like 500 cases right now, 500 to 600 cases. And I'll say for now, like it's the same. It's people doing social distancing for like 2 meters. But what has changed recently is that they require face masks to be like if you're going on public transport or you're going into stores, you have to wear like face masks to make sure you're safe. And I'll say this because like people in Ireland is actually they're like paying attention to it right now. They actually take actions to them, not like, oh, I don't want to wear face mask, you can't make me wear. Like they actually make you wear. I went to the train the other day to go to Cork to find my friends, and they did like in the train someone was not wearing a face mask. They would walk up to them and be like, sorry sir, you have to get a face mask or else you can't go in, like you can't pass the stop, you can't get in the train. So I say they did it pretty well right now. So, and most shops are back open, and they have to like follow the measures the government gave. Like they have to have a block, like the windshield or something like that in front of the store, like so people can directly spit in your face. So I hope that makes it clear. And like hand sanitizer wise, like my friends, they're basically all Irish and they did pretty well. And every time we got in the car, like, guys, hand sanitize, please. So I say for right now, Ireland is doing very well. Like for friends that are concerned whether to come back or not, I say it is pretty safe and you still do self-quarantine as well. And they take pretty good care of you, basically. And for additional information about how am I doing and how am I surviving with no jobs, apparently Ireland, they are giving social welfare payment to people like me, who lost a job while this whole quarantine thing. So what happened is at first we got like 200 euro per week, and then it went up to 350 because obviously the case got worse. And then now once it got back to control, they measure like if your part-time job you earn over 200 euro per week, they'll give you 350. So what I'm receiving now is 203 again. So by that, like we're pretty much well taken care by the government here. And I say, yeah, if my friends like on Instagram, they'll know that they've seen me buying stuff and doing reviews because what else to do in quarantine? But yeah, we do like take care of ourselves and like giving basically just be careful. And at first it was funny because like everyone was looking at you like, oh my god, you're wearing a face mask, they're weird. Like, and now everyone was like, oh my god, you don't wear a face mask, you're weird. Like so
So I was wondering, like the local authorities do provide support, but what about like any Malaysian society?
from what I know right now, we have like those group, the Malaysian group they have, and they were like sharing informations about like if you're going back, if you're coming over, like what should you do, like what's the proper step and who do you need to contact. And you guys can get in touch with my side or the Bill of Welfare task force people that help you out. Like So I say we're pretty covered and safe with them.
Right,
Um,
Elfi, we have a question here from a student. So the question is, can you get tested in Ireland if you were unlucky enough to catch the virus?
Okay. Yes, they do provide like tests and stuff like that. The only different thing is they don't want you to quarantine somewhere else. They want you to be at home. They'll provide you the test and everything. Because from what I know, like my friends, oh, they're Irish though. I haven't have any friends that came back, but my Irish friend, because they're in contact with like um, people that possibly have COVID. So what they did is like they self quarantine at home in their own room by themselves, and yeah, basically the government give you the test and you just send it back, like, and they get you back within 14 days. It's basically the same with everywhere else. So I said,
Another question is there any adequate supplies of like masks or hand sanitizers, gloves in Ireland?
yes, I said like Ireland is pretty like they had a lot of supplies, but it is very pricey. Like if you're coming back from Malaysia, I'd say you bring back your own mask, because like 10 piece of mask is like 7 euro. 7 euro is like 35 ringgit ish, and it's just 10. I'd say you rather bring them from Malaysia. Hand sanitizer wise as well, yes, they do have, and they restocked everything pretty quick, I say, within a month at the peak of COVID. So no worries about that.
Okay, so Effie, is there
And
any other questions?
yeah, Elfi, just want to ask you, like, do you think it is necessary to travel back to, Limerick or Ireland to continue with university, since like if you compare the cases with like Malaysia and Ireland, it can seem a little bit dangerous. So do you think it's necessary to travel back to Ireland then?
I say like if you want to like come back to Ireland for your studies, I say it's pretty safe, because they are like the cases right now is really low and they are doing good measurements. So I said if you're confident enough with yourself, like why not? If you want to come back, like if you're like too afraid to go like come back or go back to Malaysia, I just say stay where you are if you're not comfortable with it. But most important is your own decision, like, and there's nothing much to worry, to be fair. Mm.
Right. Yeah, I guess that is like a, like is a decision, is a tough decision for everyone to make. Like
Yeah.
depends on how you look at the situation and how you plan to go on with your daily life. Yeah, I
Yes.
agree with you.
And
And yeah,
yes.
sorry, you can go on.
Okay, because like from what I got from my friend is the main concern from their parents. They were like, oh, like traveling is too dangerous. And I was like, you already like travel back to Malaysia, fine. So I was thinking like you'll travel back here fine as well. Although the cases was really high, but that was at the peak of COVID, and now it's basically it's controlled. So I said it's safe, probably, yeah. No, not 100%, but yeah, it's definitely more safer right now to come back.
Yeah,
Right.
that is very reassuring.
Yeah.
Hema, do you have?
So yeah, I was just gonna ask, like, what about like food supplies and groceries? Is that like easy to get?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like everything is always on stock. Like yeah, obviously because Duns and like Tesco, Lidl, other supermarkets, there's a lot of people working as well. Like so basically there's no worries of like food going off, and like every Asian market, like hi Asians, every Asian market is back on. You get food, they'll deliver it to you, and everything is basically a-okay, I say. It's pretty
What
safe.
about like are restaurants open as well?
From what I know now, they start taking in sit downs, so you can eat in restaurants. But I recommend you take the takeaway. It's better than going for a sit down. Like it's just putting yourself in risk. So I wouldn't do that myself. But yes, restaurant is back open and running, and yeah, it's pretty decent.
Okay.
So Elfie, how's your university like in the coming September then? Will it be like just online classes or, face to face?
See, like this part, the university didn't say much, but from what I know, apparently if like tutorial classes you go in, but like lectures they do it online, from what I know. But it's not sure yet because the university haven't said anything about it. But they did told us like, oh, second year, third year, fourth year student, you're coming back at September 14. Like, so that's the only thing they gave it to us. And take care of yourself. That's what they said.
I see. And also we have more questions from students as well. So they were asking if you have faced any worries like amidst the pandemic, like during the lockdown. Have you faced any kind of racism or any issues during that period?
To be fair, there's of course like racism happening, like it happened all around the world, but it's just like there's some uneducated people, you can put it that way, would look at you that way, because all of my Irish friends, they're fairly nice about the whole situation, and they're nice people, like, so I'd say it's just some people that are uneducated, don't let them get to you. Obviously we have like kids yelling like, oh my god, coronavirus, walking on the street like that. I know it's very bad, but don't take it to your heart too much. Just let it go, and you do you, boo. Like, people will still smile at you right now, so it's pretty okay in Ireland. Just be careful with the kids, basically. No offense to kids, but sorry.
Yeah.
And last question,
Yes.
do you have any advice to students who are currently in Ireland, or any students who are planning to travel back to Ireland in the near future?
Okay, so the only advice I give is like, although it doesn't seem as serious right now here, but still make sure to take care of yourself wherever you are. And like during like especially in small spaces, have to be careful about like who you're with. Like, is the person beside you okay? Just bring hand sanitizer and face mask all the time to make sure you're fine, and you'll be grand. That's my best advice I could give.
On that note, thank you so much for joining us today, Elfi.
Yeah.
I'm sure like whatever you shared was like very informative. So I'm sure a lot of students would have like taken from what you've said today. So I'd also like to thank everyone for tuning into our session today. We have more sessions lined up for you soon. And we'll be talking to students all around the UK and hopefully in different countries as well. So do check out our social media for more info. And the next session would be on the 30th of July, which is this Thursday. So take
Thanks,
care.
Elfi.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Thanks, you guys.
Take care.
You guys too.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.